I guess I got to check the tune next. This song has a little story attached to it, so I'll tell it to you. I was playing at a festival in London in the summer of 1992. It's called the American Music Festival. And I got in the night before to the hotel. And I went to bed at a reasonable hour, so I'd be ready to play at the festival the next day. And I went to bed, but because of the time change, I was all turned around. I couldn't get to sleep at all. So I went down to the bar and to try to find a beverage that might help me move towards dreamland. I was sitting at the bar and I saw somebody sit down next to me. I looked over. I said, "Are you Pop Staples?" It was Pop Staples from the Staple Singers. And he said, "Yeah." He said, I couldn't sleep. I said, "Are you going to be here a minute?" He said, "Yeah." So I ran up to my room, and I had just gotten his first solo CD. After decades of recording with the Staple Singers, he'd finally made his first solo record. It was called "Peace to the Neighborhood" on Point Blank Records, and I asked him if he would sign it, and he signed it. And I sat with him and asked him a few questions, and all of a sudden he got really sleepy. Didn't even finish his drink. He just got really sleepy all of a sudden. So I was glad I was able to help him. The next day, the hotel had kind of a cafeteria-style breakfast situation, and I'd gotten my food in my tray and sat down at my little table, and I hear a voice that said, "Mind if I join you?" And I looked up, and it was Pops. Pops with his tray. And I eventually got out, yes. It took me a while, as you might have guessed. And it was such a thrill that he'd sit with me, and I got to ask him about some of the people he knew. And he was born in Mississippi, and he knew Charlie Patton, one of the original country blues guys, Delta blues musicians, and was friends with Martin Luther King, and an incredible life he had, and not to mention the music. And so at the end he said, "You're a songwriter, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, if you ever have any contemporary gospel songs, send them to me. I'll give you a good deal," he said. So I wrote down he gave me his address, and I had this one song that had kind of a gospel feel to it. I'd never really gotten past the chorus. I just had the chorus of it. So I went home and I worked on it, and I finished the song, and I recorded it on a record called "Out of the Valley," and sent it to Pops. And there's a time when I was home in Bethlehem. It was a time when I was almost never home, so the phone rang. It was probably a Wednesday. The phone rang. The answering machine picked up, and I hear a voice say, "Hello, this is Pop Staples." So I rush over to the phone, and I pick up the receiver, and I said, "Pops, Pops," because I was as cool then as I am now. And he said, "Oh, screening your calls, huh?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Yeah." He said he wanted to thank me for sending him the CD, and I could hear it playing in the background too. I think that was my favorite thing. He was laughing about the cover because I didn't have any shoes on. Anyway, so I'd like to play you the song that was inspired by that chance meeting and that kind act. This is called "Good Noise." I me the truth, what are you living for? Tell me why are you near? Cause you cannot make yourself a good noise. Tell me what you're doing here. Well, tell me the truth, what are you living for? Tell me why are you near? Cause you cannot make yourself a good noise. Tell me what you're doing here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now we all got the hand for the gimme, we all got the mouth for the much oblige. But when it comes down to giving back, we give the eye to the other guy. Oh, it seems that so much trouble is simply caused by the angry word. Although silence can be a virtue, I say it's a good noise, don't you prefer? Tell me the truth, what are you living for? Tell me why are you near? Cause if you cannot make yourself a good noise, tell me what you're doing here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You may have every right and reason to be down in the dumps today, but aren't you just adding to the problem? If you got nothing good to say, oh, you can count the countless troubles nobody here can understand. But tell me, how can you ever take a breath of hope talking down a fellow man? Tell me the truth, what are you living for? Tell me why are you near? Cause if you cannot make yourself a good noise, tell me what you're doing here. Well, tell me the truth, what are you living for? Tell me why are you near? Cause if you can't make yourself a good noise, tell me what you're doing here. Cause if you cannot make yourself a good noise, tell me what you're doing.